wait to sell your treasure chest. You should wait to sell most of your treasure chests until they update the value here. Butterfly with the $5 donation. Can you play those islands I sent you? Oh no, I'm already in the league. Otherwise, I totally would have. I forgot. I have sweet lands. Right? So Silvergill Adept is just like quietly one of the best cards in this deck. Just like a 2/1 that doesn't cost you a card. Gosh, I felt like I was going to be a professional fish player this afternoon, and I knew we lost the die roll for a reason, chat. I knew we lost the die roll for a reason. Look at that. The skillful 8th card Aether Vial on the draw. Perfect. So you have to leave Aether Vial on top of your deck so that way they can't hit you with a discard spell. Oh yeah, no, Manamo is interesting. I guess that's probably better than the blue-white land, huh? Thanks for checking out, honey, someone. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. Got a little over 900 people. We battled some Merfolk. It's our first match of the first game. Looks like Jund. I guess could also be something like Living End here, but they didn't cycle anything on one, so they're probably Jund. Yeah, definitely good old-fashioned Jund. So do I jam a Silvergill Adept here? I feel like I'm just supposed to pass because I want to be able to spell Pierce a Liliana the Veil. I feel like Liliana's annoying enough for a current hand that I would like to leave up Pierce for her. What year is it? Are 4 caverns considered strictly correct? It feels like, especially with Deprive in the sideboard, I feel like not playing 4 caverns isn't strictly a budget decision. I think trying to ambush Bob there is kind of ambitious. I think you're probably going to be pretty unhappy with the result of that most of the time. Look at that. Look at that. They fixed Moto. God bless us, everyone. I'm just going to attack them here. I'm expecting them to have a removal spell of some sort. I just want to get my pressure on here. We are not the control deck in this matchup. We definitely just want to apply pressure. So let's Silvergill, cast Silvergill, or reveal Silvergill. I could Silvergill into a Lord. That's a good line. Yep. That's a good line. So if we hit a Lord here, I'm down a point of damage. That's a good suggestion. We're unlucky, so we're not punished, but is a suggestion. Pretty confident I just want to pierce this and keep my 2/2. The Pierce is going to kind of have diminishing returns as the game goes on. So, like, they didn't have Liliana on 3. So, and if they do have Liliana, like, we have plenty of cards in our hand now. Speak of the devil and she will appear. It's definitely part of the volume, Marty. You're not wrong. And I feel like that's one of the, it's actually a funny story, because or a funny topic, because I do play a lot of Magic Online, probably more Magic Online than most people, but Magic Online in general allows people to play so much more Magic than they're able to play in paper, that I feel like a lot of people don't account for that volume when they talk about the variance that they experience while playing the game. So like, and the way human nature is, people are much more likely to pigeonhole and focus on the negative things that happen to them. So it's very easy for people to focus on the large amount of bad luck things that happen to them while playing Magic Online, as opposed to being like, oh, I just played 20 matches of Magic, so of course I'm going to screw in some of them, right? I would like some spells, please. And not Aether Vial. When I say spell, I don't mean Aether Vial. That's actually a pretty good one. It's only tapped creature, right? Return a tapped creature. Yep. Pretty confident I want to leave this on too. I just do this, or this, right? Just like not close. I think it's like not worth trying to get a trigger out of that. It's just like put this into play, make a bunch of elementals. They could have they should have 1 to 2 Maelstrom Pulses, but yeah, Master of Waves is pretty good once it gets on the board. Master of Waves is pretty good on board. Ready to sleep with the fish's opponent? Come with me. Maelstrom Pulse. Damn it! Seriously? Why do I say these things? Why do I say them? Why do the words come out of my mouth? Why do the words come out of my mouth? It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. We're so unlucky. Why are we so unlucky? Oh, magic. Oh, magic. It's the swings, chat. We live for the swings. We live for the swings. That's why you play Magic. It's for the highs and the lows. The ups and the downs. Someone's gonna be sleeping with the fishes, but it's unfortunately not our opponent. At least that's true. At least they did take 3 for it. Glass half full. They took 3 points of damage to make that happen. Rats. Rats. They saw the line, chat. They saw the line. I'll give pennies for called shots. Spreading Seas into Lord is almost lethal, right? It could be lethal with Bobfidant. Spreading Seas in general, it would just be good in this board just because it takes Raging Ravine offline. Keep this bad boy on too. All right. I'm actually going to spread the Treetop Village here because I want them to not be mana efficient if they want to attack us with the creature land. Damn it, chat. We needed to be more specific when we said Lord. We needed to be more specific, chat. We fucked up. Definitely stepped in some doo-doo there. Spread your seas all over him. Come into the ocean, my child. Come into the ocean. I feel like I'm not supposed to get aggressive here. I feel like I'm just supposed to pass. Especially with the Spreading Seas draw, I'm just supposed to wait for one of our 8 lords. Make them unblockable. Where are the Bloodbraid Elves? Show me the Bloodbraid Elves, Bob. I just want you to show me the BBs. No, that's true. Bob's flipped 2-3 so far. Bob has flipped 2-3 so far. This is actually pre-recorded. That's why I was able to call the Maelstrom Pulse. This is a match that was pre-recorded in 2015, and I'm playing it back on the stream for you now. Many years ago at a different time. They're in the tank here at least. Yeah, not surprised to see the Edict trigger get fired off here. They definitely want to keep our board as small as possible. Although they're dead to an island block ward if they don't have more removal. Yeah, no blocks. No blocks. I use OBS. OBS does local recordings as well. It's good, Dizzy. I don't do things. Jeez. Jeez. That's a little brutal. It's a little brutal. The Scavenging Ooze too. This buys a lot of time. This buys a lot of time. I have a sword. You do have a sword, Brecken Sky. Enjoy. Defend the realm. Go forth and defend the realm. I'm just supposed to continue passing because of Bob and Spreading Seas? No, I don't think so. I think if I attack, they trade the Bob, and Bob's been playing on our team. Damn it, Bobby, I just started saying good things about you. I just started saying good things about you, Bob. And here we are. So they have a Schwamp. They played their Black Cleave Cliffs. They have 3 cards we don't know. The Scavenging Ooze is going to put the game away really quickly, though. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green mana. And we've got how many dead fish? We got a lot of dead fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 dead fish. Another Scooge, sure. Alright, maybe they don't have instant speed removal here. We know one of their 2 cards is a swamp right now. I can't afford to play around a removal spell here. If they have removal, we're dead. So I'm just gonna try and kill them. Should definitely be in the market of making them have it. So I definitely think this is a position where we could play scared, but I think giving ourselves the best possible chance to win is just shoving here. So let's do that. So they get to gain some health, so they're not in that much danger of dying to their Dark Confidant trigger. But if they don't hit a removal spell on their next 2 cards, they're gonna be dead on board. Why didn't I swing with the beautiful water ponies? Because I'd only get 4 more damage across, and 4 more damage isn't lethal. So there's no reason to ship them into their 3/3s. Plus Bob, we want Bob to play on our team here. And I want the elementals to not die in the backswing. Yeah, the tokens aren't merfolk. They are elementals. Tolarian was in chat earlier, or a second ago. Yay, Bobby! Bobby! Who's a good little Dark Confidant? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good little Dark Confidant. God bless you, Bobby. Coming in for the big home team here, Robert Bobfidant. He's dealt 10 points of damage this game. 10 points. God bless you, Bobby. If you are a Jund aficionado in the audience right now, let me tell you about this card, Tireless Tracker. That doesn't kill you. All right, so that puts them not dead on board, kind of, right? Kind of. They can gain 1 health up to 3. They're still dead to the elementals on board, right? No, we're not dead. Bolt doesn't kill Master of Waves. Master of Waves has pro red. How can you kill the Master of Waves with fire? You can't kill the Master of Waves with fire. Come on now. Come on now, that would be a flavor fail. What's the fun of playing cards that don't kill us, right? Asking the real questions. Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed that we won this game, Professor. I was not, like, I definitely felt like we were pretty far behind at one point early, but the spreading season of the Merrow Reejerey turn really started turning things around. Well, they're currently dead on board, right? We know one of their cards is a swamp. We don't know the other two cards, obviously, but I feel like if they had another piece of removal, then we wouldn't be in the tank here. This is like the good humans deck, right, Professor? There's a bunch of people playing those other silly tribes, but this is the good one. No blocks on Dark Confidant. I think I'm supposed to chump the Tarmogoyf here. Can you tell me what 60 you would play for Jund? You should go on my YouTube, Bane, and look up the Jund Tracker deck list on there. So Jund Tracker. I just like Ace Base Smash Face, right? Just like ship everything. Pretty sure we just smork. I don't know. That's a good question. What do we lose to? I feel like we don't. And then, like, even if they survive this attack, they have to survive their Dark Confidant next turn. And, like, Bob's been firmly on our team this entire game. Alright, so Jund. Do you ever board the Aether Vials out in this matchup? Is that, like, a thing that you do? I definitely want these relics, because Tarmogoyf is annoying. Is it absurd to cut the Aether Vials? I know in humans you do that a lot. You don't cut some, it's an all or none. How do we like this? I think I like this. Opinions on Deprive over Truth. I feel like Deprive is worse when I don't have Aether Vials. I feel like Deprive's for the combo matchups. I think I like this. I think I like to impact the board. Yeah, I think this is good. So, while it's appealing to keep Aether Vial in because it allows you to do tricksy things, not only does the opponent's deck have Culligan's Command to 2-for-1 or Aether Vials, but Aether Vial is card disadvantage. You basically want to think about Aether Vial as a piece of acceleration. It's a card that generates additional mana for you every turn by putting your creatures into play, but this isn't a matchup that's about acceleration. Like, that last game really kind of exemplified how Aether Vial isn't that important. We can win a game that's going long against Jund with this deck, so Aether Vial is not a card that's good when we're going long. We want to have as many of our cards as possible be 1-for-1s or 2-for-1s, potentially. This is the first match of this league, and we're currently up a game. We're playing against Jund mid-range. This hand's fine. Like, not exciting, but fine. The Wanderwine Hub is an island that doesn't get choked. The Wanderwine one is an island that doesn't get choked. We had kind of a medium result with Infect, but the deck plays really sweet games. It's definitely a deck I would play again in the future. Bane, if you flip to the end of the video, I talk about potential changes to the decks at the end usually. So you want to poke ahead to that. Is there an effect to double Bob's triggers? I just feel like even when we're on the play, I don't have enough consistency to get under what Jund is doing. The queue is on a pseudo freeze Captain Command, except for tier 3 subs and large donations. There is details, yep, right there, that link has details. A partial freeze. I'll open it. I think my plan is to open it back up again at the end of the month when I go to Gen Con. Not surprised to see Warden of the Waves eat it there. He's pretty powerful against the removal heavy deck. I'm sure there's some people that play Merfolk consistently in chat. Has the Trickster improved this deck significantly? Like, not changed its tier necessarily, but it feels like a valuable tool that allows you to do... It feels like a valuable tool. Is it? I think I want to just play my Harbinger out here. I do think this card is worse than Kira on a 1-for-1 basis, but I also think that they're both legendary, so having a 1-1 split seems fine. It gives you a lot of tempo against other aggressive decks, right? Seems like a really powerful tempo card. We'll be back to 10 soon enough. Soon enough. Liliana really sucks here for us. So that's, of course, what this is. Oh. Oh, that one. Sure. Sure, that seems fine for us. I guess it's definitely better for us than other Lilianic would be. And I get to go ahead and... God, I don't know why Moto is so slow again already. Just good stuff, good stuff. So we get to go ahead and ship this Harbinger into this. And now if they kill this, we get to go other Mutavault, next Lord, ship Mutavault Harbinger into here next turn, potentially. Hey, Smozdal, thanks for checking out, honey. It only uses more memory as you load more card images up Terran Terror. So just leaving it run in the background doesn't cause it to use more RAM, but playing does, generally speaking. Yeah, it's really slick. It's good software. And the fact that it integrates with the Twitch overlay is fantastic as well. A lot of the upcoming non-Magic sponsors I have should integrate with the Twitch overlay when people install or use them. They have a threat here, too. They have, like, Tarmogoyf. No, that's just a Dark Confidant. All right, so... definitely playing this. They could have a Bolt or a Fatal Push here, but I'm definitely not playing around that. We did win the last game, actually. Can right-click on this to see if it's newly controlled, right? The tapped one is newly controlled. Yeah. Not had any mattress purchases yet. Call the next hit on Bob and let's see if Bob lives here. There's a non-zero chance Bob trades with the Harbinger here. Or if they have a bolt or a push, they could eat the Harbinger. We'll see. Yeah, the opponent doesn't have any islands, though. We don't passively have Spreading Seas. Yeah, the fact that they traded there doesn't surprise me. The Liliana is definitely valuable to them for keeping our board in check. Liliana of the Last Hope's a lot like Gideon of the Trials in that it's very good against these aggressive decks because while it doesn't necessarily kill their creatures, it encourages the aggressive deck to extend on the board a little bit more, which makes them extend into your sweepers. Like the opponent's deck likely has cards like Anger of the Gods or Damnation post board to be able to kill multiple creatures at once. Survey says, Tarmagoosey. It buys a lot of time, yep. I should Harbinger of the Tides this Bloodbraid Elf back to their hand, right? Hopefully they attack me with it, so that way I can Trickster and then kill their Liliana with Mutavault. Please hit me, please hit me, please hit me, please hit me, please hit me. Tilt, Who's someone and why is he downloading Honey over and over again? No, they fixed the Goyf bug. I think I'm just passing here. I'm gonna like end step Trickster and then hopefully untap and be able to pressure the Liliana. K-Gel with the $5 donation. Technically, you called the next Bob hit. That's true. I could also Harbinger or something if they attack. So right after Merfolk Trickster was printed on Magic Online into Magic Online, it would kill Tarmogoyf when it targeted it with its trigger, which was a bug. Which was not working as intended. Man, this has been a long match. We're like 30, almost 30 minutes in. This is only game 2. I guess we're also up 10 minutes on the opponent on clock. I missed a Honey shout out. I'm sorry. Emra Kool-Aid Drinker, thank you. Need to... The advertiser I'm working with their Twitch integration is a little bit new and their dashboard's a little bit medium. I need to give them some feedback on that. I am really glad there are not Aether Vials in my deck to draw right now. So the integrations on stream like that actually have nothing to do with the Twitch API. That's just a web browser that I integrate into my OBS configuration. So I think since the Goyf is tapped, I just play another Lord, and then I'm going to fire up this Mutavault and then ship into this Liliana the Last Hope. Yeah, Treetop doesn't matter though, because my things are 4/4s. So like, if they want to trade, they can trade their Bloodbraid Elf for one of my 2 things, but that's fine. Then their Last Hope dies. And like, if they have removal for this, then they could just trade 1 for 1, which is still okay for us. It's like less good for us, but it's still fine. We're like less excited about kill your thing, trade with both your things, but we definitely can't just let the Liliana. If we can take the Liliana off the table, we like crack things open pretty nicely. They have removal. Just firing up Raging Ravine, sure. I definitely would rather kill the Bloodbraid Elf here, I think. It's a little bit worse against Kolaghan's command, but again, I'd rather they have to pay mana to activate their threats rather than just have threats that sit on the table. Other thing worth noting, if opponent manages to win this game, they only have 6 minutes to win this game plus a third. What are my thoughts on Surgical Extraction? I don't know, I think all Phyrexian mana is kind of offensive from a design perspective. How come even though you have to explain everything, you're always up on time? I play Magic very quickly. Yeah, no blocks here. Honestly, we wouldn't mind drawing a land here. God, this Mutavault is super awkward. I guess I just like play the Lord. And then this is a 5/5, so it can trade with the Raging Ravine if they attack. Actually, and this is the biggest secret, like, playing quickly on Magic Online isn't black magic. Just press your auto pass hotkeys. Like, this was a good example. I cast my Lord, and as soon as I put my Lord on the stack, I pressed auto pass the rest of my turn, because I know I don't have any other game actions. So just, people don't use their auto pass hotkeys enough. I play very quickly in paper. In fact, the biggest source of my losses in paper probably comes from the fact that I play too quickly. But I also don't get draws, so like that balances out a little bit. That's a great Stevens emote. The value F sticks. Hey, Silent Spell, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime sub. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine here. As someone who never draws in paper, I much prefer the Magic Online clock system because it means when my opponent plays glacially slow, they get punished very directly for doing so. All right, we are pretty far ahead here. Spreading Seas would be absurd. Relic is actually absurd. That's like actual insanity here. Don't mind me, just attacking through your Tarmogoyf. I just like smush, right? It's like not close. I think there's a lot of potential ups and downs to chess clocks in paper. This might be a little aggressive. I don't know. I feel like we can get aggressive here. I'm gonna like trade my board for most of their board and I have way more leftovers. The Stinger with the 13-month tier 3 resub. Take my $1 do Hogan. I'll whisper you a deck list. Stinger, if you're gonna submit a new deck list, we have a fancy new Google form under the stream. Please make sure to use that. Also, bit.ly/Google submit. So this is going to happen in response to the Kitchen Finks persist trigger. I'll blow this up. All right. Every good Jund comeback story. Fulminator Mage is not. I guess Fulminator Mage makes their Tarmogoyf a 2/3, which is decent for them. There's like Dead to Spreading Seas at any point, though, which is great for us. And, like, again, they're probably locked out of winning this match because, like, they're down a game at the moment. I don't think that's lethal, right? I'm just going to attack them with my 4/4s. No, Fulminator can't destroy basic lands, so we could Spreading Seas a basic. They've played very deliberately. If you're ever watching Magic coverage and you hear them say that player's very deliberate on coverage, what they mean is that player is slow as molasses. That's what that means. Let's send this back to the Shadow Realm. How much better was that than Aether Vial? Is it absurd how much better that was than Aether Vial? Methodical play, yep. That's another good one you hear. And, like, the methodical and deliberate, those are self-fulfilling prophecies for Magic in my mind, because people watch these slow players on coverage and they go, oh, the person on coverage plays really slowly, so that means I should play really slowly because the people on coverage are good at Magic and I want to be like the people who are good at Magic. So it's just like this really awkward self-fulfilling prophecy. So they're not dead if I attack with everything, right? They just like block these and then take 11. So I'm just going to attack with my 4/4s here. They want to double one of these, I'll eat the Tarmogoyf. There's no reason to play another fish out here because if they hit a sweeper, that's bad for us. So they're very dead on board. Go. Right, they're dead on board. They go block, block, take 9. So they need a live one here. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Oboro is an island that doesn't get choked. Oh, found the attack with all button. He found the line. He found the line. Why are we? This is why my opponent's clock is so low. Like, why are you even taking game actions? Like, don't take useless game actions. Value your time. All right, while we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. This deck, like many of the decks we play here on stream, are viewer-submitted deck lists. Big shout out to all of my subscribers out there. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time, so if you enjoy my content, you want to help keep me here, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also support my stuff by supporting some of my wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Honey would love to help you save your money on things you're already buying anyways. Honey is a completely free-to-install browser extension. You just go to bit.ly/HoogleHoney to add that to your browser for free. Basically, if you're buying something anyways and Honey can find a coupon code to save you money on it, it'll offer that coupon code. Otherwise, it just completely stays out of your way and doesn't affect your shopping experience at all. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. By checking out bit.ly/HoogleBedUS or HoogleBedCA. Thank you for checking out Honey there, Team America. Lisa can get you on your way there with different mattresses and bedding supplies. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about receiving your complimentary timeout. I did actually restart Magic Online in the hopes that that's That's the issue. It's been kind of slow this morning. Let's dive on in here. Most people I know who played fairies back then switched to Merfolk later. Is the Merfolk better tribal or just different? So Merfolk is the reddest deck that's playing 10 plus basic islands that you'll find in Magic. This is basically a linear aggressive deck. While it has some things like Cursecatcher and Spell Pierce, this is a run people out of the game style deck. The ad block's not working. Advertising dollars go way further here in Hoaglandia. We're ad block proof. We're ad block proof around these parts. Thanks for checking out Honey Anna so far. I appreciate it. Also, in addition to saving you money, installing through my ad link does support my content here. So if you're looking for if you're interested in supporting my content at no cost to yourself, be sure to check that out and install the add-on. I appreciate everybody that's done that today. We've had a bunch of people. Am I supposed to keep this? This is weird. Hey, well, thanks for checking out, Honey. His hand is good against Tron. Listen, I'm just going to throw down some knowledge on chat because maybe you haven't considered this. You'll never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. Thanks for being an honest streamer and not being afraid to say like it is and call out people on their BS. It's one of the many reasons you get my symbol. Thank you, Odium. I appreciate the support and glad you enjoy the way we run things around here. Wow, that's a deep discount, Dr. Armadillo. Listen, all the people out there telling me to mulligan, you can be honest. You're just trying to bait the close 7 into unkeepable 6 bingo square, aren't you? Yeah, actually looks like Jund again. Are we just in for another slog? Different Jund player? He's on to me. Losing the Vial does not feel good. You're not wrong. That being said, these Spreading Seas could be very good in this matchup here. He says as he gets 2 more discard spells played against him. Oh, they're playing green-black. Like the cut of your jib, opponent. I guess they could still technically be Jund, but likely green-black with Hissing Quagmire. Look at all these very castable double blue spells, chat. Look at all of these very castable double blue spells. Let's just tech edge draw incoming. I guess I should technically bluff Spell Pierce. Should have Spreading Seas ourselves. Punt. Lesson learned. This is where we are, bluffing the Spell Pierce. According to Goldfish, Tron has a higher metagame percentage than humans. What I think it likely means is that Tron has a higher... Generally, that means it has a higher percentage of finishes at paper tournaments, but we can't know how it compares to Magic Online and other sources of data. We are 1-0 in this league. We beat Jund in the first match. This is game 1 against what appears to be green-black mid-range. Oh my god, I have Island Walk. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Oh. Oh, they have an island. Chat, they have an island. Oh no! Oh no! Look, I don't know how this works. I've never played this game before. Oh, this was a mistake too. I should have, wait, no, never mind. Well, the good news is we can't get Field of Runes. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, and things like that are definitely good to explain, right? All right, well, we should be far more ahead than we are right now. But opponent also punted back to us here. They definitely should have Field of Ruined our Mutavault. It's not quite as big as my mistake last turn, but still a pretty bad mistake on my part. We're doing pretty okay here now. Can I kill them next turn? It's pretty damn close, right? If they don't have a removal spell here, it's pretty damn close to killing them. Yeah, they're flooding. No blocks. Hey, Glacier Frost. Thanks for checking out, honey. Yeah, they should just be super dead, right? Yep, yeah. Everything I use on stream are things that I use personally. OSTN, the things that I advertise. So I've been on the Lisa mattress for the last 5 weeks now. It's the first time I've ever had a foam mattress, and I don't think I'd ever go back. I don't think I would ever go back to using a traditional mattress. So this is 11, 13, so I'm too short. So I'm going to kill Liliana and then 8 them. 11 them. They don't really have reach in their deck, right? What day do you say you plan on streaming Legacy? All day Thursday, Friday we'll be streaming Legacy. The Magic Online updates go into effect on Thursday. Sure. Oh, wait, that was bad, right? Was that bad? Was I supposed to ditch the Kira there? Oh, they actually can't kill me, right? How many Legacy decks am I planning on playing Thursday and Friday? I can never estimate the number of decks correctly because it depends on how many things we get through. They only have 1 card here. Yeah, so we just go to 2 and then we untap and kill them. And I think we're going to board this matchup exactly like we boarded the last one, right? What's with green-black players making us click through it? Come on now, you're very dead. I think it's just these 4 in, and then these Aether Vials out. Merfolk is a very good Mutavault deck. You're not bet. Master of Waves team bet. Master of Waves is fine. Master of Waves is a card that they have to kill or they're going to lose the game. Plus, you just want all of your threat density to match up like this. You definitely just want all of your threat density. They have far more ways to kill Master of Waves than, like, say, Jund does, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You want all of your cards that are like, hey, you need to kill this or you're going to die. This hand is very good. Very, very good. Getting better. How would you board differently? Be specific, Gam. Be constructive. Just saying, hey, you did that wrong isn't constructive, useful, or helpful. You need to be specific. You need to say, I would board differently and I would do X and why you would do it. You can read about my thoughts on that card and other cards in M19 in my article on Gathering Magic from last week. Wow, that was actually like, if we just like hit a 4th landing, it's just like fully curve out here, that would be great. All right, survey says Fatal Push. Yep, it's a pretty good one. Hand is pretty bad against Liliana the Last Hope, but they probably don't have that many copies of that card. Well, this is just an easy Harbinger, pick your shit up, right? No worries. No worries. That's why we have links. Look, if I wasn't someone who liked repeating myself a lot, I wouldn't stream. Streaming is a lot like being a teacher or a parent. You basically just repeat yourself constantly. Comes with the job. Mr. Penguins gets it. There's a deck list on your screen, Gam. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck to get a link to the deck in chat. So, you are welcome to give constructive, specific feedback, but I'm actually going to go ahead and give you a timeout here, because that's like, again, my chat, the goal here isn't to be like every other Twitch chat. It's to be, we try to be constructive and specific. That's how you help people learn and help them become better Magic players. So just like being like, oh, you probably boarded wrong without literally not looking at my sideboard is just like, that's just like annoying. Details on how donation decks work can be found here. You have any questions about specifics, feel free to drop me a message. So we have 2 creatures in the discard pile. I feel like I'm currently pretty far behind, but I felt behind every game we've been playing so far, and we've still been winning, so. Today I named that Bob hit. Let's, I assume they're gonna have a Bob next turn. Let's say Bob's gonna show us Abrupt Decay. Let's say Bob's going to show us Abrupt Decay. Feels like an Abrupt Decay turn. Hey, Lido, thanks for checking out Honey. Welcome. Collective Brutality. That one's not particularly good against us. Stamp it with the $5 donation. Tell me about that Hex opening hand algorithm. Oh, Hexy. I hope Hex is going to be okay. Their game is so good, but they're like total radio silence from the company right now. Hopefully that means something big is coming. Maybe they're getting a new parent company or something, rather than dying. I think there was an opportunity for Jitty to come off the ban list. No, Jitty creates miserable gameplay. You do not want Jitty to come off the ban list. Man, this Echoing Truth has just been like the stone nut. The stone nut. Just so good. All right, so this is interesting. I should Relic and then threaten to pop, because this is going to get them to eat with Scavenging Ooze, right? And then I'm going to Echoing Truth and send the Scavenging Oozes back to the Shadow Realm here. So, send those back from where they came from. We got another Trickster. Is this deck good, chat? Is this deck good? It feels kind of okay. I've actually been, like, really impressed with these games that we've won so far. Yeah, I feel like we're just far enough ahead, Zach, that I don't need to be that aggressive. But Worse Humans is still very good. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, Affinity is a bad matchup for humans, too. It feels sweet, Roosh. We've beaten Green Black X twice. We beat Jund, and then we just beat Green Black mid-range there. Well, that Green Black, both of them had Dark Confidant in their deck still, so like maybe take that with a grain of salt. Honey is our new sponsor for the stream. They are a completely free browser add-on that helps you find discounts on things that you might be buying anyways. Use my affiliate link there, bit.ly/HugelHoney. That installs it and gives me a kickback here for supporting, and lets you support the stream for free. It's a very elegant piece of software that stays completely out of your way. It only pops itself up if it's able to save your money. I feel like it's probably not Andaho. I feel like this deck doesn't even max on Lord. Is this just like another mid-range deck? Just like mid-range day? Welcome to mid-range day! That's hilarious, Kenye. Thank you for that link. Just another. Yes, the format's all green-black decks now. Yes, it's all green-black decks. I don't want them to know about the Cursecatcher here. Double down. What does Bob hit? I get a kickback per user install. So every time, thank you, Nanichi Senpai, for installing Honey. Correct, yes. Every time a user installs Honey, I get a small amount of dollary dues in addition to the flat rate that they gave me for the banner for the month. So if you want a completely free way to help support my content, install Honey on your browser if you don't have it. And it will be useful at some point if you do online shopping. And like I said, it's unintrusive, and they don't sell your user information. It's free money for you and me. If you had Honey before, just enjoy it. It's a good piece of software. I'm glad that people already had it. Like I said, Christy, Christy does most of the shopping in our house, believe it or not, and Christy already had it installed on her browser. So when I asked her about it, she was like, "Oh yeah, this is great. It's fine." Because like I always like to research things, like make sure they're a good product. And I've used it myself a little bit too. The people that are making sales. Hey, MTG Succulent, thank you for installing Honey. Basically, so how, and that's a good question. Like that was my first question too when they approached me. I was like, all right, how do they actually make money to like pay me to advertise their stuff? So Honey gets a kickback referral when you buy stuff that they got you a discount on. Double Aether Vial with the amount of lands we've drawn this game probably means that we're going to be a little bit short here. Professor Ham, thank you for checking out Honey. Where is your... I didn't get that it was... nobody told me it was bring your green-black deck to class day. How do I extract the Honey from my computer through the disk drive? Exactly. See, Bob understands. Cut Aether Vial from your Merfolk deck is the obvious answer. So I'm going to leave this one on 2 for now, because 2's our best number to have it on. But next turn, when this second vial goes to 2, I'll push this other one to 3. Just going to pass the turn here. Jip, jip, jip. Thanks for installing Honey. Enjoy. Full Metal, thanks for the Honey install. Please smash me with something. Please smash me with something. Yeah, come on. Come on, come and get me. Come and get me. Bring it. Bring it. All right, here's hoping we draw a Spreading Seas next turn. And if we're professional, we'll draw a Spreading Seas into a land. Or we'll draw a Spreading Seas into a Lord, sorry. Yes, please. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll take it. I'll take it. Trigger. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. I feel like if they had Maelstrom Pulse, they probably would have used it last turn, right? So, things are hopefully looking good for our hero. Yay, water ponies! Yay, water ponies! Who's a pretty horsey? Who's a pretty horsey? The Wanderwine Hub is simply an island that doesn't get choked. The protection from red is exceedingly relevant. There's a lot of red removal in Modern. Pretty easy mulligan here. I really don't like mulliganing against discard-based decks, but I just can't keep a one-lander at 7. We are 2-0 in this league. I'm going to keep a one-lander on 6 with the draw, with the scry on the draw, though. We technically have a redraw on the Relic as well. I'm telling you, Hive Mind, it's just... So, I'm not going to say that there's a scry bug, because we don't have indisputable evidence that there's a scry bug. But I will say that we're playing 3 copies of Relic. I had a Relic in my opener, I scryed a Relic to the bottom, and then I drew a 3rd Relic. I'm not going to say something like there's a scry bug, but, you know, we should just assume that the Magic Online scrying code, Verbital, thanks CVN for the install, I appreciate it. Enjoy, honey. Talk about the pristine quality. Yep, I agree, Wannabe Beetle. I feel like honey's an easy sell. I think there's a lot of wonderful people out there that give me actual dollars to support me, and I think there's that many people and even more that are interested in just like supporting my stuff without spending their actual dollars. I mean, as a business model, honey seems like kind of absurd, right? Just like it's especially I feel like products that are trying to do things similar to honey, a lot of the time they get offensive and obnoxious, and just like the fact that honey just stays out of your way and is only useful is nice. We're kind of bricking and dying in this game. I think if we miss on a land drop this next turn, I'm just going to concede and go to the next one. XO Armstrong with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Yeah, that's possible too, Philbo Joke. And I hit the verbatim. Zargast, thanks for checking out, honey. Enjoy it. How long has it been? Hoaglandia, and is there a story behind the name? I don't think we had like a specific point. Like the Hoaglandia meme just kind of like, it kind of just developed naturally, which was fun. Like I didn't want, like there's a lot of Twitch streamers that like, I feel like they force this like gimmick or thing. And like, I didn't want to do that, but the Hoaglandia thing kind of came up naturally and it's fun. So we do it. I feel like there's a lot of people that are just like, they like sigh and are like, welcome to the Dragon Brood. Cause they feel like they were told they need to say something like that to be successful on Twitch. I think Nickel Bullets might be okay. Yeah, I do actually. Chicks, you should look at my article on gatheringmagic.com. I talked about him and some other things. Hey, Full, thank you. Thank you for checking out, honey. When are you rebranding to the Dragon Brood? Welcome to the Larvae Lounge. Yeah, things like that, right? This is, remember when I said this was secretly the best card in our deck? Can I chat? So next turn, can I activate the Mutavault while it's in my hand and then reveal it to Silvergill Adept? Is that how that works? Is that legal? Does anybody know? Only on Moto? That's the right answer. You can on Magic. You're playing Magic Online, right? Of course that works there. As a judge, can't confirm. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have left this up so I could try and block here. Gosh, what is in their hand? Can we file for comps? That's what I'm saying. Moto is clearly broken, chat. Is their hand just like 4 it must just be like a pile of removal, right? Just like bolts and fatal pushes and stuff. I want to keep this here because I want to pay 5 mana for Silvergill Adept next turn. Golden Oreo Mini. Thanks for checking out, honey. Dirty Tarp Salesman. God, Twitch names kill me sometimes. We have 3 relics post-board. Relic to keep the graveyard in check here. Alright, 5 mana, 2 1s. Bruce Spy, the magic guy. Thanks, Bruce Spy. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day, folks. Hope everyone out there's having a good day. Thanks for dropping by. Got 1,000 people on the nose right now. That's awesome. It's a little bit high for a Tuesday. Appreciate everybody taking part of your day out to spend some time here. I feel like we're like due to lose a match, right? Like we've beaten green-black twice in a row, and I feel like this matchup can't be that good. So I feel like we're supposed to lose this. Oh, it is a vacation. That's true. A lot of people take off around the 4th. I didn't think about that. Are we killing and eating my Silvergill Adept here? That makes sense. They're gonna kill it. They're gonna kill and eat one of my things here. This is a good play on the opponent's part. So, and it was a bad play on my part to activate the relic because I gave them the opportunity to do this. If I would have left the relic up, I would have had made them pay another green mana to do this, which I guess they still get a 3/3 scoos, but it would have been a little bit better for us. Merfolk Trickster is a pretty okay draw here. I think this is the new one, right? Yeah. So let's fire up both these Mutavaults. And then play this Lord of Atlantis, which they can't kill this turn because I have Cursecatcher to stop Fatal Push, so I get to chip shot them for 6 here. In Chile, the Freedom Day is almost a week. Okay. Speaking of Freedom Day and the 4th of July tomorrow, I will be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with Modern, like I am every day. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way till 3 o'clock like I usually do, but I'm planning to do a minimum of 2 leagues. I have, if you right-click on the card, it'll say newly controlled here, so you can check. Not intuitive, but it's a good Moto thing to know. Whoa, this trade is very defensive. I wonder if that means they have a sweeper. That sets off like a damnation or an anger of the gods in my mind. It could also just be conservative, so, you know, they want to preserve their health total, but I wouldn't be unsurprised, yeah, to get swept here. God, these Mutavaults are great now, right? Just like dodging this stuff. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Hey, Jeff, I just read your article on Gathering Magic, and I think you did a great job on the article, and I agree with a lot of your points. Thanks, Professor Ham. If you want my input on the lack of bannings in Modern and the changes that happen in Legacy and some of the impacts I think that could happen from them, that'll go up on Gathering Magic on Friday. I'm actually gonna Relic myself here and just like keep creatures out of my graveyard. Yeah, unobtrusive is a plus. Makes it it's so easy to sell good products. It's so easy to sell good products. Which is why I try to only advertise good products. It makes me look like a good salesman. When you only sell good things, it just makes you look good. All right, so I feel like I want to hold up blue here because if they draw like a discard spell or a Liliana, I don't want them to get this out of my hand. So I'm potentially missing 2 points of damage here, but I think the upside of being able to play this Merfolk Trickster out is pretty worthwhile. Would you advertise Moto for a lot of money? So we like to, people like to shit on Magic Online a lot, and I'm very critical of Magic Online a lot of the time, but Magic Online is very good at what it does, at what it's intended to do, which is allowing you to play Magic on the computer. You can say a lot about it not looking pretty, you can say a lot about it not having the most friendly user interface, but as far as playing Magic on the computer goes, Magic Online is very good at allowing you to do that. Basically, I am pretty much advertising Magic Online all day long. You are not wrong. All right, so I assume this is going to be Fire Up Raging Ravine, and then I get to go ahead and Trickster it. Hey, little, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumps over the moon. If they don't have a piece of 1 mana removal here, we could be in a pretty good spot. I'm very familiar with Untap. I've used Untap. I've used Cockatrice. I've used X-Mage. And having spent a lot of time using all of those, the best tool for playing Magic with people you don't know on the internet is Magic Online. Pricing aside, Magic Online is the best tool for it. Now, when it comes to playing Magic with people you do know for the sake of speed, I actually really like Cockatrice because it lets you play lots of games of Magic very quickly. Especially like when Matt and I would test for paper events, a lot of the times we would use Cockatrice with voice headsets to just like, or sit in the same room with Cockatrice because you don't have to shuffle. All right, so a Lord is lethal here. A Island Walk Lord is lethal here. Relic is not a bad redraw though. Shrinks this Tarmogoyfi back down. That is not lethal, unfortunately, because I can only attack with 1 Mutavault here, but it does put my opponent to 3, which is nice. Ten out of 10. Want to animate my Mutavault here. Oh, have we shuffled this game? No, that was the last game, chat. That was the last game. The last game that we died and we conceded and died was the one where we bottomed a Relic. That was the last game. Lord. I think I'm supposed to just play this out rather than attack them to 1. Super worth it. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was a huge punt. God, that was a huge punch. They should be at 1 because I drew a land. It's a really big mistake, actually. It's a really big mistake. Should have tapped these 5 and left this up. Because they'd be dead here, basically, right? think I'm just supposed to pass here. They have 2 blockers, so they're not dead. They could also have a piece of removal in their hand. Definitely, like, had in my mind, it doesn't matter how I tap here. And then it definitely mattered how I tapped. Smoke if you got him, chat. Smoke if you got him. We're gonna make him have it here. If they've got removal, they're going to 1. But if they don't have removal, they are dead. Boop. Boop. Boop you on the nose. Boop. Boop you on the nose. Boop. Boop you on the nose. And even if they do have a removal spell here, if I would have made the correct play earlier, they would be dead. They have a removal spell. That's unfortunate. Alright, so if I would have tapped my lands correctly, they'd be dead here. That being said, like, we're still, like, we're both top decking live, right? Like, the game's not over, but I'm definitely in a worse position than I could be. Yeah, it works fine under Wine, Bob. I'm playing under Wine right now. Yep. I love how they tanked into kill your thing. That's actually an absurd draw, because it means if we draw any Merfolk, we can tap their blocker. Man, we'd have been 3-0 if I would have tapped my lands right. Merfolk. Yeah, I think that's the game, because they're going to be able to force us to chump block next turn, and then we just can't get back in. Man, we'd have won with a slightly better play. That's close. Yeah, this is game 3. We mulliganed and died in game 2. We kept a 1-lander on 6 on the draw with a cantrip and missed. And we don't have any Vapor Snags, unfortunately. Wait, what? I don't know if that was a misclick, but now we get a redraw. Any Merfolk? Any Merfolk? Any Merfolk? Alright, opponent punted back. Sometimes you and your opponent play soccer instead of playing Magic. Sometimes you and your opponent play soccer instead of playing Magic. God bless. God bless. Whew. 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 Woo, got him. Woo, got him. How we doing, folks? I need to stand up after that one. Obviously, look, I'm no expert, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and suggest that Merfolk is 100% against green black decks. Pretty sure it's unbeatable. Pretty sure we're unbeatable. With Master on, would you have won that no matter what? No. Oh, we had Spreading Seas. We might have been okay, actually, depending on what the top of their deck was. Yeah, actually, Master might have gotten us there. Master might have gotten us there anyways. How much to donate for you to time out exactly half the chance to restore ballads? Not only, I wouldn't have had to chump with both elementals, because Master of Waves gets to block Raging Ravine for free, because Ravine is a red card as well. So I would have gotten 2 elementals, and I would have had a blocker for Raging Ravine. So we might have actually won that game, even if my opponent didn't make that mistake. So it would have depended on what the top of my opponent's deck was, but we would have been in a position to win that game regardless. Oh, no! Oh, no! Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! Do, 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 do. Was I supposed to Cursecatcher that? Maybe I was supposed to Cursecatcher that. I don't know. I feel like I just need to kill them, right? I feel like I'm not supposed to have Cursecatchered that. That could go either way. And because they didn't play a Tron piece this turn, I like playing the Silvergill Adept rather than the Spreading Seas to apply additional pressure. Heard Jeff was 3-0. I didn't have the Silvergill Adept in my hand at the time, though. And this sucks, because they have mine. So, like, they're gonna have Tron 2 turns from now, guaranteed. Probably gonna be too slow. I haven't played this matchup from the Merfolk side, but I've played this matchup from the Tron side more than once, and I think Tron is ahead in this matchup on average. I've generally felt favorable. I guess it's proportional to your number of Oblivion Stones. If you find your O Stones, you're pretty far ahead. Yeah, it's not their Karns and stuff that beat you, is the issue. I'm just gonna put them dead on board. I'm just gonna cast this Master of Waves and hope whatever they do next turn isn't good enough. Hope they have like Worm Coil or something, and then we can Trickster through it. I think I'm just supposed to do this. Yeah, I don't think it's unwinnable for Merfolk, but I think Tron is ahead. I don't think. So let me validate what I said there. I don't think this matchup is unwinnable, but I think Tron is ahead. I should have sacked this Cursecatcher on too. This should have countered Sylvan Scrying. Conceding to Ugin, conceding to O-Stone. Conceding to Walking Ballista? Yeah, definitely conceding to Walking Ballista. Wouldn't have been able to do anything about that one. So this is our Deprive matchup. This is a Deprive Damping Sphere matchup. The question is, what are we cutting? I don't want to board out too much pressure. I feel like, is it nuts to cut these? This at the top end seems bad, right? I feel like Vial's pretty important here. Am I supposed to cut Vial? I guess it makes sense because it's like, it's not a threat. But like, it feels hard to hold up pressure while without Aether Vial, right? I think Trickster's actually pretty good. Trickster lets us hold up counter magic and still deploy a threat. I think I'm going to trim the Pierces and a Cursecatcher. I think I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do this. You need things to attack, chat. We can't cut all of our creatures. The disruption is important, but killing them is more important. I feel like a lot of people have a very big tendency to overboard against decks like Tron. You need to disrupt them, but you also need to end the game. You need to actually kill them. Like Grizzly Fish is a card that we are interested in casting in this matchup most of the time, I think. Treat Aether Vial like Birds of Paradise. I like that a lot. I like that sentiment a lot. Treat Aether Vial like Birds of Paradise makes a lot of sense to me. Tech Edge is slow in this matchup. Tech Edge is decent against Valakut, but it's slow against Tron. We did find some dandy candy here. I'm actually just going to fire up the Mutavault and start attacking. Wonder if they have like a Dismember or something here. They're not going to have Tron online for at least 2 more turns, so I can wait a turn on the Wet Ball. Go with the last Tron piece here, or potentially a Forest. Last Tron piece. Yep, so definitely playing Damping Sphere this turn. I think I'm just putting Harbinger into play. Again, just like Grizzly Fish is something we're in the market for here. We just need pressure. Why didn't I play the other Aether Vial? I don't have a good reason. I should have. Definitely should have. Legacy is going to be all day Thursday, Friday. So the update's going on Magic Online on Thursday, so Thursday and Friday we'll be hammering the queue. Nah, bluffing a Spell Pierce is silly, I think. Alright, so they're going to 12 here. And we have a Wet Ball. So, like, what's their best possible sequence? They could have 4th, 5th land plus an Oblivion Stone next turn into Crack Oblivion Stone 2 turns from now. The Lord was a very good draw. I agree. If we could have picked our draw there, it definitely would have been a 2-mana Lord. Anoronics is okay. Dad jokes are great. Okay? Nothing wrong with a little Papa joke. Yeah, the deck is sweet, Crowbar. I think that's the one we're going to start with tomorrow, actually. No Oblivion Stone here is absurdly good for us. It actually puts us in a pretty good spot overall. I'm going to mute myself momentarily while I eat a protein bar here. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Well-Dressed, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I do appreciate the support. Let's take a look at our opener here before I mute myself and finish this bar. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. I'm pretty certain this has to be a mulligan. I think I'd keep this in the dark on the draw against an unknown, but I think because we're looking for specific cards against our Tron opponent, we need to mulligan. Dad jokes are best jokes. Yeah, because the sub sound, I only mute my microphone. The sub sound, everybody can check close 7 and unkeepable 6 off your bingo cards. That's the top, though. I Cursecatcher on one here, right? No. Do I Cursecatcher on one? That's so close. If they lead on Chromatic Star, I feel like I'm supposed to Cursecatcher on one, right? Because I can stop Ancient Stirrings and Sylvan Scrying. Doesn't feel good, but I'm pretty sure it's the correct play. Is it Vial to you? It's probably Vial to you. I could just play the Harbinger, but it seems loose. Watch some ads, have some bits. Thanks, Bruce Spy. Hello, Puppa Dogs. Puppa Dog, eh? Seems like a fun Friday night. So, there is some merit to playing the second Damping Sphere out because it allows us to tax their multiple spells per turn better. But at the same time, getting a... They killed the Aether Vial, okay. Wonder if that was a misclick or if they meant to. Hey, Joe, thank you for the 2-month free subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. I mean, that hand wasn't to keep with the second land either, Bruno. Like, even with the second land, that hand's a mulligan. Yeah, we put up a fight for a mulligan to 5, but we're probably pretty dead here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass, because they're gonna crack this Oblivion Stone. And then hopefully we can deprive whatever their play is, and then deploy another Damping Sphere. We're very dead. I have no idea on Deprive versus Unified Will. I don't have enough experience to speak to authority on that. My sponsor, MTGO Traders, provides me with Magic Online cards to stream with Gumbox. So every time we play a deck, I swap the deck that I currently have for a different deck from them. No, I don't think they're ghosting. I just think they, like, if they don't have a threat to play out of their hand, there's no reason to blow the Oblivion Stone up. Yeah, there's like, unless they're like are going to use their mana immediately, there's really no reason to be aggressive and pull the trigger. Yeah, but the other argument, OSTN, is that like I wasn't winning that game because of that Deprive. So like the games where I think you could definitely make an argument that the games where Deprive is relevant versus Unified Will, you're probably losing anyways. Burn, burn. All right, good guy, Goblin Guide. We have Master of Ways in hand. The question is, can we survive to get there? If they have like a triple 1-drop start in the opener here, we're probably just going to get run over. It's fine. If we'd have been on the play this game, we probably would have been able to win on the back of Spreading Seas, but I think because we were on the draw, we're just going to get run out here. Our deck just like doesn't impact the board fast enough for this to be relevant. I agree that Spreading Seas is often pretty good against Burn, but this is not going to be one of those games, I don't think. Actually, I think I'm pretty obligated to do this here. Links are allowed in chat if they're relevant context links. If you're looking to get feedback from me specifically, you should either whisper them to me though, and I'll look after the stream, or you should post them in the subs Discord. What's up next? We have a Sultai mid-range deck that we're playing next. Yep. We have actual 0 cards to bring in, right? Actual 0 cards to bring in. And then we'll see how that league goes. A lot of the time that's a longer league. If we blow through that league quickly, I might do another one after that, but that was the last one I had scheduled for today. You think I want Deprive? That's interesting. What am I supposed to cut? Well, I mean, we're drawing a 1-drop to put into play. Rock Chib, please be familiar with the stream, with the chat rules that you're going to post in chat. If you want to provide a dissenting opinion, please talk about why. Explain yourself, articulate, help people understand why you feel the way you do about things. Just very dead. For example, I would estimate, especially on the draw, this is a bad matchup for Merfolk because Merfolk doesn't impact the board quickly and our clock is much slower than the opponent's. So while if we're both doing our best draw, I think if we both have our best possible draws, Merfolk is probably likely to win, regardless of play versus draw, but I think Burn's average draw is probably a lot more consistent than our average draw. I don't know if I have any good insight on Merfolk after that. The deck seems pretty good against green-black decks. Relic out of the board was good. Yeah, I don't know if I have too many specifics. I feel like I actually am kind of surprised we won all the green-black matchups. That matchup felt a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So, looks like a modern deck. Go bother selling community college. Yeah, and again, like, this is a pretty specific deck list that has a lot of people working on it, so probably look for insight from the Fish community. There wasn't anything that really jumped out at me. Yeah, the relics were very good. Basically, I think the wisdom of cut your Aether Vials against decks like green-black is very good. We definitely won the green-black matches because I had cards that did things instead of Aether Vials in my deck. So that is the big takeaway from these sets if you're a Merfolk player, is when you are grinding, cut your Aether Vials. I would probably want to do the same thing against, like, Mardu Pyromancer, for instance.